Well, let's go on to headline number 3. Chris, Kroger is piloting a temperature-controlled cart that houses curbside pickup grocery orders for self-service customer retrieval. According to Supermarket News, General Motors subsidiary BrightDrop said this week that Kroger will be the first customer to introduce the Trace Grocery eCart into its e-commerce operations. The electric-powered cart enables store associates to put orders directly into the unit and station it curbside for customers to pick up their groceries. After providing digital verification, customers can then open a designated drawer, take out their items, and be on their way. BrightDrop said that the upcoming rollout follows a pilot program with Kroger at stores in Kentucky, in which the retailer saw a, quote, noticeable improvement, end quote, in the customer and associate experience, as BrightDrop also reported that the cart decreased time to serve by up to 34%.
Wow.
Chris, this also happens to be the A&M CRG put you on the spot question this week. So in addition to your thoughts on Kroger's pilot with BrightDrop and the eCart, I would like to know.
Okay. Bring it.
Along
bring
with
it
A&M
A&M CRG. Bring it and A&M CRG. Bring it.
Okay. If the operational specifics of the Trace Grocery eCart work, this could be a highly effective way of reducing the marginal cost of curbside pickup. What's the next area of grocery that you'd like to see or think we'll see automated? Replenishment, picking, or something else, Chris?
Ooh, wow. Curveball question.
Yeah.
Wow. These guys are so smart. Damn, that's like a mic drop question, actually. Oh, God, let me think about that for a second, Ann. All right, first of all, getting back to the story, I love this idea so much.
Okay.
Like, I just love it. Like, this was my top pick. I think it was one of your top picks too for the week, but it's definitely my top pick. Because it takes the idea of a pickup locker and it makes it mobile. So it can be placed anywhere it might need to be placed in a parking lot. I think that just so intuitively makes sense. And most importantly, it removes the labor requirement of a Kroger employee having to take an order out to a customer as soon as that customer pulls into the parking lot.
Yep.
And for that reason, I believe the statistics BrightDrop is sharing, at least directionally, because it also means probably less time for the shopper to then complete the pickup process because she just walk up to the eCart, scan their mobile phone, and take their groceries out. So net, nothing not to love to me in this situation with this idea. Now to the question, where will automation come next? Picking for sure.
Yep.
100%. Because you mentioned picking and replenishment. Yep. Picking for sure. We've covered micro warehousing exhaustively on this show. Everyone knows our feelings on that. In-store replenishment, no way in hell. Like, I don't see that coming in any way, shape, or form in the next years, not even the next decades, because there's so many complexities of that. And you can get all geeked up about the arm picking robots with the suction cups, but I'm telling you, that's not going to happen. We're nowhere near that. There are 3 places I do think it's going to come. And we've talked a lot about these. We talked about them at Grocery Shop too on stage, but we haven't talked about them with this audience. And I think you'll see them either through robotics implementations or computer vision. And those are as follows. Shelf counting.
Yep.
You don't need people to do that job anymore. You can use technology to do that. It's a mundane job. Price maintenance as well.
Without a doubt.
Without a doubt, especially if you incorporate, I should also add electronic shelf labels into that mix. And then lastly, the other part I'd say is checkout. You're still going to see more efficiencies in checkout, meaning less people needing to do that job over time. That is still going to come. Those are the 3 areas I would point to that grocers should immediately focus on.
You know what I was going to say?
What?
Just because your panel at Grocery Shop was hilarious with Dave Steck of Schnucks. The deli. I want to see the deli automated.
Oh, yeah.
Because Dave Steck was talking about how they have this, like, the deli slicing, the meat slicer, and how they're like have to have a red handle and a green handle because it's so dangerous.
Yeah.
And I was like, you know what? Where else would I like to see automation, or like, who doesn't want their meat chub being cut with AI precision for the perfect thin slice? Why does that need to still be done by people and put them in danger?
Right. Like, yeah, if there's a way to do that. I agree with you. Like, why should,
you're definitely not going to see the return that you will on.
I don't know how the robot would actually do that, but yeah, maybe, Anne. I think it's a great idea.
Okay. But I just have to say, I have some reservation on this. I do like the idea that you can put this cart in, like,
on the cart itself.
On the cart itself. Yeah. I'm going to go back to the cart.
That, yeah.
Okay. I do have some reservation about it because I wonder how I want to see this actually in operation. There was nothing showing like what this looks like when you have 3 people going up to it at a time.
Right.
It's winter time and the parking lot is being plowed like that. Those kinds of things, like, I have questions around. But what I do like about it is the point you made earlier, that we look at, like, your buy online pickup in store. We have these giant archways and like all these things that infrastructurally that are being built onto buildings to designate this buy online pickup in store area. But this cart could be a really simple way for even like a mom and pop grocer to make curbside pickup happen with like a flag and this robot. Like, and it could be, if you need to have extended places, especially during like premium rush times, like the holidays, where you can now like turn a part of your parking lot into a BOPUS area without like any effort at all. I love that part of this and the flexibility. I wonder what it's going to be like, how well it's going to work.
You wonder how to work in practice. Yeah. But I think you're bringing up good points in terms of
like, I don't like getting out of my car.
So you don't like getting out of your car.
I don't like getting out of my car, especially with my kids in there. And so like the idea of waiting to me is kind of like, I really like feeling like I'm like a baller, you know, like here's my code, just put it in my trunk.
That's interesting. That's an interesting angle. The customer friction side of not getting out of your car. That's an interesting point.
I want to see what customers say about this.
Yeah.
That's all.
Wow. Great. That's a great thing to think about. Wow. I got to think about that more, Ann.